After 50, there's a fire that begins burning quietly inside the body. It doesn't scorch skin or make you feverish, yet it damages arteries, joints, and even brain cells every single day. Doctors call it chronic inflammation, but most people don't realize they're living with it right now. It's the silent flame that fuels nearly every major disease of aging: heart attacks, strokes, arthritis, dementia, even some cancers. And the truth is, it rarely starts in a hospital ward. It starts in our kitchens, our routines, and the hidden stress we carry around like an invisible weight. In this video, we're going to expose what this hidden fire actually is, why it accelerates after 50, and how you can cool it down before it steals your strength, your memory, and your independence. By the end, you'll know the 4 everyday sparks that keep inflammation alive and 4 simple ways to put them out. Because getting older is inevitable, but burning out early is not. What the silent flame really is. Imagine your immune system as a team of firefighters. Their job is to rush to trouble, contain danger, and rebuild what's been damaged. When you cut your finger or catch a virus, they arrive, do their work, and go home. That's acute inflammation, short, sharp, and life-saving. But around middle age, those firefighters stop clocking off. Tiny sparks start appearing from blood sugar spikes, processed foods, poor sleep, and long-term stress. Instead of putting out a single blaze, your immune team stays on duty day and night, spraying chemicals called cytokines into your bloodstream. Those chemicals are meant to heal, but in constant doses, they corrode your tissues like smoke damage in a house that never cools down. That's chronic inflammation, the body's emergency system stuck in the on position. Over time, those constant low-grade flames scar your arteries, stiffen joints, age your skin, and fog your brain. It's not sudden. It's slow, cumulative, and silent, which is what makes it so dangerous. Like and subscribe to the channel so we can benefit you by creating more great content with you in mind, and as a thank you, download this video's free guide from the link in the description below. Why it accelerates after 50. So why does this hidden fire flare up right around the same time birthdays start carrying a 5 or 6 in front? First, your body's repair system slows. Cells divide more slowly, collagen rebuilds less efficiently, and tiny injuries linger. That gives inflammation more time to do damage before healing catches up. Second, hormone shifts change your internal thermostat. In women, lower estrogen removes a natural anti-inflammatory buffer. In men, dropping testosterone and rising cortisol tilt the chemistry toward inflammation. Third, mitochondria, the power plants inside your cells, become less efficient, leaking more free radicals. Think of those as sparks flicking out of an old engine. Each spark triggers another tiny immune response, and the cycle keeps feeding itself. Finally, modern living pours fuel on the flame. Hours sitting, chronic stress, processed foods, blue light nights, and never-ending news headlines. It's not one big explosion. It's the drip, drip, drip of irritation that turns a lifetime of small fires into a full-body burn. The 4 hidden sparks. Let's talk about the sparks you can control, the daily habits that quietly keep inflammation alive. Spark 1, the sugar spike cycle. Most people focus on fat and calories, but sugar is the real arsonist. Every time you flood your blood with glucose, white bread, cereal, sweet drinks, your body releases insulin to mop it up. When this happens day after day, insulin stops working efficiently. Extra sugar molecules attach to proteins in your blood, forming sticky compounds called AGEs, Advanced glycation end products. They make your arteries rigid and your tissues brittle. It's like caramel hardening in your veins. The fix: replace processed carbs with slow-burning ones, oats, beans, sweet potatoes, and keep fruit portions modest. Your body's firefighters can finally rest when you stop feeding the flames. Spark 2, the fat imbalance. You've heard of omega-3 and omega-6 fats. Both are essential, but most modern diets have the ratio completely backward: 20 parts omega-6 for every 1 part omega-3. That imbalance turns cell membranes into tinder. Omega-6 fats from vegetable oils, corn, soy, sunflower, make inflammatory compounds, while omega-3s from salmon, sardines, flax, and chia make anti-inflammatory ones. The fix: ditch the seed oils, use olive oil, and eat oily fish 2 or 3 times a week. If you're vegetarian, add flax or algae oil supplements. But remember, food first, capsules second. Spark 3, the hidden stress loop. After 50, stress isn't just mental, it's chemical. Cortisol was designed to spike and fall, not simmer all day. When it stays elevated, it signals your immune system to stay on guard, producing the same inflammatory cytokines that fight infection. Except now, there's no infection, just your thoughts keeping the alarm blaring. The fix: micro-relaxation moments. Not an hour-long meditation, just 3 60-second pauses through the day. Breathe out longer than you breathe in. That tiny ratio flip tells your vagus nerve, the body's internal brake pedal, to slow the system down. Lower cortisol, lower inflammation. Spark 4, the sleep deficit. Poor sleep is the gasoline can most people ignore. Deep sleep is when your body releases growth hormone and clears inflammatory waste. After 50, lighter sleep and late-night screens rob that repair window. Miss one night, inflammation markers rise for 2 days. Miss many, and you age your arteries by years. The fix: consistency. Same bedtime, same wake-up, cool dark room, no screens 1 hour before bed. Sleep is not rest, it's repair. The 4 extinguishers. Now that you know the sparks, let's pick up the hose. Cooling chronic inflammation isn't about one supplement or detox. It's about stacking simple daily wins that lower that background heat a few degrees at a time. Extinguisher 1, movement as medicine. You don't need marathons, you need motion. Every time your muscles contract, they release chemicals called myokines that neutralize inflammation. Aim for movement every hour and a total of 30 active minutes a day. Brisk walking, light weights, or resistance bands. Think of your muscles as the body's cooling fans. Extinguisher 2, color on the plate. The pigments that give plants their color, anthocyanins, carotenoids, polyphenols, are nature's anti-inflammatory shield. Build meals around color variety, not calorie count. If it looks dull and beige, it's probably feeding the flame. If it looks like a rainbow, it's fighting it. Extinguisher 3, stress-sleep alliance. These two live in a loop. Manage one, and you help the other. Wind down deliberately. Stretch, breathe, dim lights, and treat the hour before bed as a sacred cooling ritual. When cortisol falls, melatonin rises, and your internal firefighters finally get a night off. Extinguisher 4, purpose and connection. Isolation is inflammatory. Loneliness raises the same biomarkers as physical stress. Community, purpose, laughter, and learning lower them. The people who live longest don't just eat better, they belong better. From risk to resilience. Here's the truth few people hear from their doctors. Inflammation isn't just a disease process, it's feedback, the body's way of saying, you're asking too much and giving too little. The goal isn't to silence that message, it's to listen, then respond with care instead of panic. Every change you make, swapping seed oils, walking after meals, setting your sleep ritual, turns down that internal thermostat another degree. It's not glamorous, it's not overnight, but it's how vitality is rebuilt. Slow, consistent cooling of a fire that's been burning unseen for years. And this, right here, is the beginning of our Risk to Resilience series, a journey from fear to control, from reaction to prevention. Today, we've exposed the silent flame. Next, we'll look at the lifeblood that carries oxygen and strength to every cell, and how to keep it flowing freely. So if you haven't already, subscribe, stay curious, and remember, you can't stop getting older, but you can stop the burn that makes aging harder than it needs to be.